Games all day, every day. Do you play them yourself? Don't be alarmed. You're not the only one, and today I'm here to give you some informative facts on video games in our society. So I'm sure at some point in your life you've come across video games and you've either met them with conflict or acceptance. And as a young man who grew up playing them since about 6 years old and having many friends that play them, I've been glued to these things and I've seen the variety of effects they've had on my friends and myself. And I wish that each of you have a little bit of information for yourself when you decide how you want to approach them. The things I want to talk about today are the number of people who are actually using them and how it affects them, the pros of video game usage and the cons of video game usage. First off, let's talk about how many people are actually using video games. Now, according to Thesa.com, there are approximately 72% of Americans that use video games a day. This is split evenly between females and males, about 58 to 42% apiece. And these numbers have been on the rise now for many years, and apparently it's going to keep growing. Demographically speaking, it's pretty even spread around amongst everybody. Gender, culture, I mean, everybody in America is pretty much using them. Now, according to the Pew Internet and American Life Project, they have found that video gamers who play video games in social or face-to-face settings are actually more likely to be civically involved with their community and be more outgoing and social. And even parents these days are getting on board with them, and they're playing with their kids and playing themselves, and apparently it's having good social effects for them as far as bonding with their children. And they have a variety of different games now. They're healthy and active, and it's had a positive effect on them so far. And with that being said, I want to talk about some of the pros of video game usage. Now, according to Education.com, video games are definitely one of the cheapest, safest, and longest lasting forms of entertainment that are available for younger children. And many of these games today are educational and physically related, and they put emphasis on the basic brain function. Now, amongst older users, they have the obvious social benefits I've already talked about, and they're virtually unlimited cost, they're safe, and even our government is using them today for like high-tech simulation training. They put them in there. It's cheaper. It costs you less tax dollars. And people come out with a variety of information on situations and how to deal with them. And that's always good. Now, on another note, video games have obvious cons as well. Now, according to videogames.procon.org, video game addiction is extremely common in America as well, in both adults and youth. Now, unmonitored children who spend countless hours on these things, of course, are found to have a severe lack in their education. They don't pay attention, they do their homework, and they just slack off and they fall. Now, of course, that requires obvious monitoring from parents, but that doesn't always happen because, ease, put them on a game, let them go by, and they're good to go. It also has shown to increase violent tendencies in young children. They reward for killing somebody on the game, you're rewarded for it, and of course kids roll that up into real life, and it shows in many of their actions. Now, adults as well, they also have a little negatives here. It's known to skip work, they start lacking proper hygiene, they lose a general focus on the real things in life. Now, a number of these cases have increased over the last 5 years, and obviously without proper monitoring on the parent's part or adult's part for himself, they lose all kinds of self-discipline, and these are obligations in life, and excessive video game usage is definitely becoming a problem in America. So in conclusion, just like to say, video games are there, they're fun, but it's definitely requires a open mind and a good bit of information to make a decision on this. And as a young man has ups and downs, with rapidly approaching age, where I could have kids soon too, I find it important to have information on this monitoring, and like everybody to weigh the values of these things, and make the best possible decision you can. In this fast-paced, changing world, information seems vital, and knowledge is power. Have a good day.